Hello, chess aficionados. I bring you this wonderful game between Levan Aronian, who's Armenian but has now switched to the United States, and Magnus Carlsen, the leading world chess champion from Norway. And here they are at the Miami FTX Cup. That's like there's the crypto chess marriage going on here. And finally, somebody's giving support necessary to this sport because it is a sport. It is a mental sport and a physical sport because you do use a lot of energy to think. Yes, thinking takes energy, everyone. If you just want to remember that, those people that only see physical ability as a sport. No, mental ability also is part of a sport. So I'm glad that FTX is joining the group that is heading this into winning higher pools of money. You know, like those other footballers get millions of dollars. Well, I hope there'll be one day that's the same for chess. If enough people appreciate it. So let's do this. That's one main reason I'm putting this out there. In honor of my father, who absolutely loved chess and taught me the game since I was very little. Okay, so here we go. This was a very interesting game. I will tell you for the beginners how to read this. First, you gotta find the actual moves, and I'm using leechess.org, which is a free website. I highly recommend it. Also, there's chess.com, but for the better features, you have to pay for it. But here, I really like to use their format. You just upload the PGN, and which are the recorded moves. Then you switch on the Stockfish, which is an engine, a strong engine that reads. This is to depth 53. That's pretty deep. You know, the engine kind of tells you what the best moves were supposed to be. And then here on the back, of course, you have when this took place. So this took place 8/11/2022. Sorry, guys, I've been on vacation. Anyway, so Levana Aronian is white, Magnus Carlsen is black. Here you see their ratings. Okay, now the ratings can be through FIDE, and there are different kinds of ratings because this was a 15-minute game. Okay, so this is a faster kind of game than normally. You know, they can take hours and hours. So there you got to be sitting there for hours thinking of your best moves. So these are the moves here. Okay. You turn this on so that the Stockfish can figure out whether it was the best move. When you move down here, you will see that in the beginning, the white had advantage, slight advantage here, and then black had an advantage, a slight, very slight. Do you see how much you have to move? So you kind of basically very, very even. Then Aronian went up, and then by move 31, actually with the queen move. And Magnus does give in his interview a very key about how you should know your opponent and what they like and dislike. So the psychological aspect of the other opponent is also as important as your own. So I'll put a little video of that, short, so you can see what I'm talking about. Knowing what your opponent likes, like a signature or a handwriting style. Everybody can read your handwriting, I hope, but it's slanted differently. There's different grooves there, here. The same with playing chess. So know your opponent if you can. At this level, they have people studying this quite a bit. He's not doing this all on his own, obviously. He's got a whole group of cadre of people behind him to also psychologically analyze the other player. Okay, so we have now black becomes has the advantage, and you see when it says a minus, it means black has the advantage. When you see a plus, it means white has the advantage. So you see here a plus 0.7, okay, 0.4, 0.2, and here obviously, oh my gosh, he just does not make a mistake, just improves to the point that he wins the game. And it's kind of harder to at this especially at this level, to win with black. So that's why I chose this game, to show especially all you new beginners in chess what this looks like. And then you have 4 inaccuracies for Aronian, 2 mistakes and 1 blunder. And again, you cannot do a blunder at this level. You just cannot. You don't expect to win unless the other side also blunders. And look at Magnus. Magnus rarely blunders unless he has really, like when he was sick once, wasn't the best, is his best play at the time. But when he's on, healthy, and everything's going well there in that department, he only had 3 neck creases and 1 mistake and 0 blunders. And those are smaller, those are small mistakes. But a blunder is a huge mistake. It's like a red, a very red card, like in soccer. You got a red card. It's very hard to get out of a blunder at this highest level of world chess. So without further ado, I'm just going to put you the game and just notice you have to be very sharp. You have to be very sharp and know that, guess where the blunder was for Aronian? It was with his queen. So, and that's exactly what Magnus said about in the interview, which I will put in a short. Know thy opponent. Okay, so here we go. I will put this to music. Notice at the end how sharp it is with the knights. And it's beautiful what Magnus Carlsen does with his knights. You gotta, and that's to me one of the most difficult to kind of see in the future. You really have to practice your knights and the knights moves and what happens in the future. And they have 15 minutes, so by that time they might be in time trouble. So you really got to get that down. Plus, practice your knights, put them on the board just by themselves, and just memorize all the ways where they can go. It's huge, it's big. You got to know your knights, the moves. Especially in the future where they would end up. So that's where coaches come in, and coaches are important too if you want to improve in chess. Don't try to do it all by yourself. Okay, here we go. It is quite a game. Notice also there were a couple opportunities where the queens could have been exchanged and Aronian did not take that opportunity. So just letting you know, there are many different tactics in such games. So Black was victorious. Congratulations to Magnus Carlsen. I guess he and Prague, I will not say the whole name, just forgive me, the whole name. The very young Indian player, they're in the lead at this FTX. Crypto Cup. It's going to have a few more days, which today is August 18th when I'm recording this. So I hope you enjoyed this game. It was tense. It was tense. Like, even as the audience, you're like sweating bullets when you see what's going on, you know? So this definitely is a sport, everyone. It is a sport, needs to be respected as a sport, and it needs to be paid as well as the other sports players. Like in the millions, not thousands, millions. Come on. Where are the billionaires? You know? Some pocket change would be great. Just improve this part of chess so that more people can see it as a viable way to make a living. Thank you so much. Hit like and subscribe. Au revoir.